This is News 25 with Deanna O'Donnell and Missy Kohler. News 25, local news you can count on. News is brought to you by J.K. Nelson Law. Call 727-9900 today for your free consultation. If you need a lawyer, you need Nelson. News 25 is also brought to you by Silver State Health, Pahrumps exclusive pediatric care clinic. Call 775-505-1214 for an appointment.
Happy St. Patrick's Day. Thanks for tuning in. I'm Deanna O'Donnell.
I'm Missy Kohler, and it is March 17th.
Well, traffic has been blocked in both directions on Highway 95 pending the completion of an investigation into the cause of a two-vehicle crash. That's at mile marker 99 near Scotty's Junction turnoff. Nye County Sheriff's Office deputies, Nevada Highway Patrol, and medics units have responded. One of the vehicles involved was a Nevada Department of Transportation utility truck. That investigation is currently underway by Nevada Highway Patrol. They have reported at least 2 people were killed in this crash. We'll have more on this on tomorrow night's newscast.
The driver of a tractor-trailer crash was killed last night on U.S. Highway 95 near Indian Springs. Nevada Highway Patrol is investigating what was the cause of this accident. The diesel was carrying a full load of onions when it went off the highway and overturned.
And another accident here locally. An older male driver was taken by ambulance today here in Pahrump following a crash. A man who is reportedly 75 years old was transported by ground ambulance via Pahrump Valley Fire and Rescue to Desert View Hospital this afternoon as a result of a single vehicle crash that occurred on Idaho Street, just west of Dandelion. Nye County Sheriff's Office deputies arrived on scene along with the auxiliary units. The vehicle reportedly went off the roadway and into a yard where it caused major front end damage to the sedan. The cause of the accident is under investigation by the Nye County Sheriff's Department.
Today, Nevada Governor Steve Sisolak will hold a press conference at 5 p.m. to update Nevadans on the state's COVID-19 immunization efforts. The governor will announce the state's schedule for all remaining groups in the vaccine playbook. The press conference will be held at 5 p.m. inside the old assembly chamber of the Nevada State Capitol. We will have a rundown of the governor's press conference on tomorrow night's broadcast. And we have more News 25 coming up just after the break, so stay with us.
You're watching News 25, the most recognized and farthest-reaching local news in Nye County. News 25, local news you can count on.
Welcome back. Well, EU regulators are taking a closer look at AstraZeneca's COVID-19 vaccine, and winter weather is being blamed on a dip in retail sales.
Here's Angela Miles with today's Business First Brief.
Topping our news, a big day for AstraZeneca's coronavirus vaccine and its investors. Regulators in the European Union have been investigating incidents of blood clots possibly connected to the vaccine, and those EU regulators are now set to release what they found today. This week, one EU regulator said that the incidents are very rare. According to Reuters, AstraZeneca's vaccine trials are also being reviewed by independent monitors in the U.S. In our economy check, the bitterly cold, snowy weather last month put a big chill on consumer spending, especially with snowstorms in the south. Retail sales dropped a surprising 3% last month. Homebuilder confidence fell 2 points to 82 in March. The housing market could be in for a shaky time as material costs, including lumber, are on the rise.
To find out where you can see us every day, go to businessfirstam.com.
According to the Department of Employment Training and Rehabilitation, January's 2021 economic report, Nevada's seasonally adjusted unemployment rate was 8.1% in January 2021, significantly higher than 3.7% in January of 2020. In Nevada's counties, the lowest unemployment rate was in Eureka County at 3.1%, and Clark County had the highest rate in the counties at 9.9%. Since December of 2020, Humboldt County remained unchanged. 5 counties increased by 0.1%, and the remaining 11 counties decreased.
Well, the Centers for Medicare and Medicaid Services have provided new guidance to encourage visitation with loved ones living in nursing homes while still requiring facilities and visitors to follow safety precautions. Under the updated guidance, additional visitation options will be available depending on a facility's layout and the resident's health care needs. Nevadans who wish to visit family or friends living in a care facility should contact the facility for information on their safety precautions and procedures and to discuss scheduling the visit. They may also use guidance to help establish visitation policies or plans to update their current plans. For more information on the guidance and resources about the COVID-19 response here in the state of Nevada, visit mvhealthresponse.nv.gov.
Chief Scott Lewis, Director of Emergency Management, had a positive report to deliver at the Board of County Commissioners meeting yesterday. Here's what Lewis had to say.
Commissioners, better news today. Our COVID trajectory has declined and the Nye County is no longer in flag status. This is the first time in a while that we've been out of flag status, so it's really a great report to provide you today. Most important part, everyone wants to know, vaccinations. So we continue to follow the COVID-19 vaccination plan that was approved and closely monitored by State Health. To date, we have completed 10,550 vaccinations. So the receipt of our vaccines has slowly been improving, and we have caught up with the recent weather delays we experienced a couple weeks ago. We continue to hold the pods throughout Nye County. We continue to follow the tiers and respective lanes as outlined by both the state and the CDC. And there is further progress with the lanes and tiers in the central and northern areas due to the lower population bases. This Friday, specifically, we held a pod for the homeless at the Oasis Outreach Center in Pahrump. Yesterday, we completed a mobile vaccine pod for shut-in seniors using our converted specialized fire apparatus. It worked really well for us. To schedule appointments as we move forward, NevadaCovidFighter.org or NyeCounty.net, and then the phone numbers I'd like to repeat, 1-800-401-0946 and 775-751-6313. For the homebound seniors, we know there's more out there, so we're asking for everyone's help. We're working closely with the Senior Center, the pharmacies, the transportation companies, the medical groups, family members, and word of mouth to help identify and overcome these particular vaccination challenges and obstacles.
Well, Nye County is receiving a grant from the EPA to help train adults to help clean up polluted sites in our area.
The U.S. Environmental Protection Agency is awarding Nye County a $200,000 Environmental Workforce Development and Job Training Grant. The county is one of just 18 organizations across the country to receive a portion of the $3.3 million available through the program. Since 2002, Nye County has received $5.2 million in EPA brownfields funding, money that's used to identify, assess, clean up, and plan for the redevelopment of potentially contaminated properties, also known as brownfields. Nye County will use the grant money to train approximately 68 low-income, under, and unemployed adults in the environmental technician skills over the next 2 years. The Environmental Workforce Development and Job Training Program offers residents of communities historically affected by pollution and economic disinvestment an opportunity to gain the skills and certifications needed to secure environmental work in their communities. The project's service area includes the towns of Amargosa, Beatty, Pahrump, Tonopah, and the Duckwater-Shoshone Reservation. Nye County will work with residents and Duckwater-Shoshone tribal members to provide training opportunities for work in environmental fields, including work related to hazardous materials handling and assessment, cleanup, and remediation of contamination. Since 1998, the EPA grant money has helped train and place nearly 14,000 individuals in careers related to land remediation and environmental health and safety, with an average hourly wage over $14.
We've got a St. Patrick's Day parade to tell you about. We'll be right back with that.
You're watching News 25, brought to you by Mountain West Lawyer, Injury Attorneys, 727-9500. News 25, local news you can count on. News is brought to you by Canyon Ridge Periodontics. Give them a call at 702-966-0302.
Thanks for being with us tonight. Residents of Inspiration Senior Living in Pahrump gathered outside to celebrate St. Patrick's Day with a parade.
Today we're going to celebrate St. Patrick's Day with all of the residents and staff with inspirations. We're going to have some treats and we're going to have some fun and make a lot of noise going through, and we're going to do a couple rounds this time. It takes a village to take care of people, especially during these hard times, and to achieve the level of cohesiveness that Inspirations has with this community is quite spectacular. We're hoping to make a lot of noise and get a lot of people smiling. The residents are so excited. We've got snacks and posters made and balloons hung, and they're ready to go.
I think it's a great experience because so many today kids don't get to see things like that or hear about things like that.
You know, they're very optimistic. We're starting to open up more. We're able to have more activities, and we're opening up the dining room. So they're really excited that there's a light at the end of the tunnel. Now we're allowing outdoor visits and occasionally some indoor visitation as well. So it's been really nice to be able to open back up after this long year. And the residents are excited to have more adventures. We have independent residents who are able to do most things for themselves, but they just want someone to help cook their meals or do their housekeeping. And then we also have assisted living and a memory care unit as well. I think they're excited just to have the community come out here and just enjoy the sunshine. It's a beautiful day. We did well during 2020. We actually won Best of Senior Living. So the top 3% of senior living communities, it's based on reviews from family and residents. And so we're just really honored, and it's the employees that make it that awesome.
My husband was in the hospital, and I come over here to stay while he was in the hospital, and I haven't left yet.
That was a fun day, and thanks so much to Megan for putting that together, and congratulations to Inspirations on that award. Well, a new study shows the importance of brushing your teeth. Research has linked 2 common heart conditions with poor dental hygiene. Cleveland Clinic's Dr. Luke Laffin says it shows taking care of your teeth pays off.
What they found was that the risk of atrial fibrillation and heart failure is lower in those individuals who undertake professional dental cleaning, reported that they brush their teeth 3 times a day or more.
The study looks at 10 years of data on more than 160,000 people in Korea. Researchers looked at participants' oral hygiene habits and followed them to see if they developed heart failure or atrial fibrillation, a heart rhythm disorder also known as AFib. Results show people with better dental habits had lower risk for the 2 heart conditions. They also found people who had a larger number of missing teeth were more likely to have heart failure. Dr. Laffin says it's well known that cardiovascular disease is associated with inflammation in the body, and the gums can be a source of that. Along with a heart-healthy diet, exercise, and managing blood pressure, cholesterol, and diabetes, it's also important to keep your teeth healthy.
Brush your teeth regularly, floss, do what the dentist says more than anything else, and it's always a good idea to see your dentist regularly as well. Get those regular teeth cleanings, particularly if you're at a higher risk for cardiovascular disease, including abnormal heart rhythms and heart failure.
Complete results for the study can be found in the European Journal of Preventive Cardiology.
Pets Are Worth Saving, better known as PAWS, was able to find new homes for 4 dogs during its most recent adoption event.
Pets Are Worth Saving held a St. Patrick's Day adoption event this past Saturday. Dozens of people showed up to check out the dogs and cats available for adoption. On Facebook, Paws says it was able to find new homes for 4 dogs during the special open house. Those are lucky dogs indeed, but there are many other dogs and cats still awaiting their forever homes. So if you missed this past weekend's event, you can stop by Paws anytime during regular business hours at 2031 Gamebird Road in Pahrump to see them in person. You can also see photos and videos of pets available for adoption by going to their Facebook page at Pets Are Worth Saving Group, or you can visit their website, nevadapaws.org.
News 25 WeatherCam is brought to you by Lerner and Rowe Injury Attorney's Office in Pahrump. In a wreck, need a check? Call 702-877-1500.
Hi, it's John Kohler from KPVM Channel 25 News. We're on location out here at Nature's Health Farm. I'm trying to bribe some animals into giving me love. It's about the only way I can get them to pay attention. Here, give some food. Here's the food. Man, if you have ever spent time out on the farm, you're going to love this place. And coming up Saturday at 11 a.m., it's 351 Benarch. All right, come on out to Nature Health Farms. We've got just so much fun down here on the farm, hanging out with the animals, but also great entertainment from Vegas performer Mike Hammer. They've got a gun show going off with some of the Old West, old-timey shooting 'em ups going off. There's some fire breathers and Cirque du Soleil performers that'll be here. It's going to be nuts. It's $15 for adults. Comes down to $10 if you're a 12-year-old kid, and free if you're 2 and under. So great family place to be here. 11 o'clock Saturday, a little fundraiser out at the Nature's Health Farms. Free CBD. Check it out. All right. We'll tell you all about the weather and all the beautiful things you can expect the rest of the week when we return.
News 25 weather is brought to you by Dairy Council of Nevada. The splash of cream in your coffee, the dollop of sour cream on your burrito, the melted toasty cheese on your pizza. Undeniably delicious, undeniably dairy. Enjoy what's real.
Hi, good evening, Nevada. It's John Kohler from the KPVM Channel 25 Weather Studios, or should I say, top of the evening to ya. Happy St. Patty's Day. Oh, yeah. We're celebrating all up and down the map. Let's take a look at Fernley and Fallon. North part of the state, about 62 degrees was your high mark, and that's about as good as it got. Carson City down to Goldfield, mid-50s, not too bad. Beatty, you saw 63 degrees, good going. Amargosa and Las Vegas, both checking in at 68 degrees, and out in Death Valley, 78 degrees, 54 for a low tonight. But here in the paradise of Pahrump, let's move over and let you look. Hey, it's 65 degrees currently. 67 was our high today. Humidity and clouds is kind of the theme for the day. Sun rose this morning at 6:51 a.m. and it'll set this evening in just a little bit through the magic of daylight savings time. 6:53 p.m. Ooh, poof, look. And later evening. All right, well, that's not too bad. Low tonight, 46 degrees, 40% humidity as we head on into the week. And look at the cloud cover. Yeah, lots of clouds there, lots of clouds there. Oh, look at that 19-mile-per-hour wind. What? That'll blow away all the cloud cover and the good, groovy 72, 75-degree high temperatures we've got. We'll head down into the mid-60s for the rest of the week. Wind not super significant, although more than I'd like. It'll be blowing the clouds in and out, and it'll be kind of a fun ride for the rest of the week. But look for mid-60s and not too shabby weather. We'll start it off with a happy St. Patty's Day celebration. And the top of the evening to Missy Indiana.
It's so funny. So there's jobs just everywhere. I just got to say that there are so many jobs. We've been talking to Nye Communities Coalition, and if you want to find out about their jobs, go to Nye Communities Coalition, their website, which is nycc.org, if you want to find out more about what they have up on the wall. But right now they're looking for day laborers. Yes. And so Carla there at Nye Communities Coalition says you can even email her, Carla at nycc.org, and then you can apply for a job, talk to her about it. You can even give them a call, 727-9970, and find out more about what they have to offer down there. And of course, those lifeguard jobs with Nye County.
Pool. Yeah, this is the reason the pool is going to open this summer, because they're going to get lots of applications for all the jobs available at the pool. You have to be 15 years old by April 1st, so if you're 15 and older, why not apply? You have to be able to pass a drug and alcohol screening and a background check, and they're going to even teach you your certification and get your first aid and CPR certificate as well. So just go to human_resources at co.nye.nv.us, and they'll give you an application there. You can just go to nyecounty.net. They'll help you out. Get an application. You can do it online and begin working this summer. You could be the reason the pool opens and all your friends are having fun this summer.
100%. All right, and if you're interested, and we are giving away 2 tickets to Nature Health Farms tonight, give a call, 727-9970. Well, no, that's actually not, that's Nye Communities Coalition. 727-9400, and that is our phone number, extension 201. Call 775-727-9400, extension 201. The first person to leave a message gets those 2 tickets to the event this weekend.
That is going to be so much fun. I hope you can go so that you can see the alpacas. They love people, and they love giving little nose kisses. So cute. Bring the kids, bring the grandkids.
It's going to be fun. We'll see you back here tomorrow. Good night.
Good night.